Fantasia once said that it's like a badge of honor to be a baby mama. Now, maybe in some aspects, that's absolutely true. But when it comes to a woman's value as a long-term mate, it's a badge of detriment. And I'm going to elaborate further on that so y'all can understand what I'm saying. So let's get into it. As y'all know, human beings are hierarchical creatures. And when it comes to dating, there are hierarchical categories of women in which we prefer to date, especially men. Women are selective, men can be selective too. Our primary choice, a curvy, single attractive woman with a good waist to hip ratio, some neotenous features, a reddish glow, soft voice, beautiful smile. You throw in some emotional maturity, a semi-logical perspective, and a feminine, nurturing, loyal, and supportive, submissive nature. You get the cream of the crop of the type of woman that a man desires. As you go to the bottom of that hierarchical pyramid, you get the bottom dwellers. Bottom feeders. The type of women simps and betas settle for or have to settle for. You have the females with daddy issues. This includes, but aren't limited to, feminist sluts, females with mental health issues and substance abuse issues. Then you have the unhealthy, the obese, the relatively unattractive females. Then you have the single mothers as well. Now, a lot of women get offended when I say single moms because they don't want to face the repugnant reality that single moms are just not the optimal mate choice, primary mate choice that most men would prefer. I mean, the average man is not lined up to date a single mom. The majority of men, when you ask them the type of woman that they desire, they aren't going to say, man, you know what? I really want a single mom, man. They're just not going to say that. But a lot of women take issue with me saying single mothers. They get butthurt, offended, triggered. They want to know what I have against single mothers. Do single mothers bother you? Who hurt you? Oh my God.
Really? Single mothers in the same category as sluts? Really? How is that?
You know, they ask the typical offended female question. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen some extremely attractive single mothers. I mean, I would take a drive or catch a flight and buy their kid a Happy Meal, 4-piece Happy Meal with 2 nuggets still intact once I get there because a nigga might get hungry on the way. But I still wouldn't vet or commit to them in terms of a long-term romantic relationship. You see, despite the fact that some random ass guy already knocked her up and it wasn't me, because I can be jealous. That's a personal issue of mine. I see a beautiful woman and she beautiful as hell and I see she got a child. I get hurt. I'm mad. Who knocked you up? Why wasn't it me? I get a little crazy. I go a little crazy when I see a beautiful single mom. And I'm upset at the fact that I didn't get to make her a single mom. Damn, at least let me have been the one to make you a single mom. He wasn't worth it. He wasn't worth it. You don't look like the single mom you would look like if you let me make you a single mom. You look like the single mom you look like now because he made you a single mom. You would be a better looking single mom if I made you a single mom. You should have let me make you a single mom. And you might let me make you a single mom. Niggas might still line up to date you. Because it's me. It's my offspring. You know, I'm so dope that most men would probably still try to date you just so they could be a step pop to my son. That's a little creepish, But hey, I can't blame the fans. To each is his own. But despite the fact that she let some random ass guy knock her up and it isn't mine, despite the possibility that nigga could be crazy, a killer, street nigga, or an idiot, which would then highlight her poor selectivity and judgment when it comes to men, despite the absolute worst possibility that she still may be smashing her baby daddy. Despite all of these facts and possibilities, let's face the repugnant reality. Most single mothers are not single mothers by choice. There's some underlying reason that she's been left a single mom. With the exception of being raped or deaf to her child's father, she likely demonstrates poor mate selectivity, poor judgment. She's trying to obtain some form of government assistance because, believe it or not, a lot of women will proceed to have kids with hopes that they will receive government benefits for them. And there's plenty of empirical data that supports this hypothesis. It's been proven. Women can be low. Women can have children for the wrong reasons. A large percentage of them can. And a large percentage of them do. They want the government to be their baby daddy. Or it just could be because of the fact that she ruined a relationship with a potentially competent father by being combative, stubborn, abusive, manipulative, demonic. Whatever the reason, the man got the hell up out of there. Or it could be because of the fact that she actually cheated and the guy she was with thought the child was his, but was actually sired by another guy, which would then speak to her promiscuous nature. Which brings me to my next point. Y'all guys know this song Fabulous by Jaheim? Beautiful song, one of my favorite songs. Well, in that song, Jaheim highlighted a biological and psychological reality. It was just us and mom's single family home. She did the best she could, did it all alone. Met a man, but he won't raise a child that's not his own. Oh no, oh no, no. But it's all gravy, hey baby. That's a biological and psychological reality. See, in evolutionary psychology, there's a phenomenon known as paternity uncertainty, which is the fact that men are hardwired to seek as many sexual partners as possible while women seek superior genetic quality. And as a byproduct of this innate adaptation, men tend to invest less in their offspring than women because of the possibility of cuckoldry. It's an instinctive defensive mechanism so that males won't invest resources in offspring that aren't theirs. The desire men have to willingly father another man's children are relatively weak, and that's just the reality. Most men aren't interested in fathering another man's children. And it's even more so virtually non-existent in the animal kingdom when you look at barbaric acts such as infanticide, which is a biological phenomenon that involves adult males killing the offspring of other males of the same species. We've observed this behavior exhibited in lions, bears, dolphins, hippos, black prairie dogs, even our closest primate cousins, chimps, gorillas, baboons, and even langurs. The reality is, dating a single mom is not the optimal situation for a man to put himself in. The most significant being in her life is already her child. You see, for a man who doesn't have any children, dating a single mom requires a great amount of sacrifice and compromise of his time, patience, energy, effort, and resources. Dating is already difficult. When you factor in a child, especially when that child is still in his or her prepubescent years of development, the difficulty is maximized. You'll find yourself at the center of a cost-benefit analysis where the costs outweigh the benefits. Me personally, I like to be my woman's top priority. I'm not going to compete with any woman's child whose father is another man for her time, attention, and affection. And I'm sure there's a lot of men who feel the exact same way I do. So when it comes down to it, doesn't matter how distasteful it is, how much you women don't want to agree, how much you dislike this reality, there are a lot of consequential variables that are factored into why and how you became a single mother that most men just aren't willing to deal with.